Hey, Pajama Gramma here with Pajama Gramma's chronic painkillers prescriptions. And by the glasses, you might know that I have got a migraine today. But instead of just stopping and not doing anything, I decided I would power through and do today's Pajama Gramma chronic painkillers prescription. Now, I might have to take off my sunglasses, and I might not. We'll see if I can figure this out with them on, because we do what we can with what we've got right now. Today's prescription is the emotional impact of chronic pain. Not sure that this is a really good day for me to talk about that, because one thing I've learned over my 37 years dealing with chronic pain is that we often ignore the impact and our emotions with respect to chronic pain. And the more we ignore something, of course, the more it rears its ugly head and shows us that we need to pay attention to it. I denied my chronic illnesses and chronic pain for a lot of years, and for a long time. And, you know, if you're bedridden and you can't get out of bed, it's pretty hard to deny the physical impacts of chronic pain on our life. But it's a little easier, but at some point you can't deny the emotional impacts that chronic pain has on us either. I have long since put behind me the suicidal tendencies and the thoughts that came along with being and having debilitating chronic illnesses and chronic pain. But I did have them, and it's hard for me to admit that I had them. It's hard because now I live from a totally different place, but I did have them. I did have years, actually years, where I wondered what the hell was going on, what I was going to do about it, and believing that I couldn't do anything about it. And the emotional impact of that was devastating. The hopelessness when the doctors tell you that they don't know what's wrong with you, they don't know what they can do for you, and they actually have run out of things to try. They can't do anything more for you. What do you do with that? I mean, no matter what age you are, how do you unpack that? What do you do with that? Well, some people will take drugs. Some people will get pharmaceutical help. I didn't go that route. Some people will use cannabis or other drugs or things of choice, cigarettes, cannabis, pot, whatever, alcohol, whatever. But I found, in my personal experience, those things make me absolutely worse. They make my pain worse, and they make me worse. Now, they work for some people, but they don't work for me. And they actually put me on a bigger emotional roller coaster than just the pain itself and dealing with the pain itself. And other people will go to counseling. I've got a cousin that has been in therapy for 27 years. Now, don't get me started on that, but I don't think that if you're going to see the same doctor for 27 years, you're getting better. I think you're paying for their house and their boat and their kids to go to college, but I don't think that it's helping you. So that might not be the right strategy for you either to deal with your emotions. We have to figure out whatever works for us. I journal. I write, I share Facebook Live videos, and that helps me to deal with the emotions and the emotional impact of chronic pain and chronic illness in my life. So we all need to find an outlet. We all need to find a way that works for us, but we can't deny that we have these emotions. We can't deny that we get depressed. We can't deny that we get frustrated. We can't deny that we get angry and hurt because we miss out on things, because we don't think it's fair, because it's not fair. There's nothing fair about having chronic illness and chronic pain in our lives. But you know what? Life isn't fair in the first place. It isn't fair for any of us. We get out of life what we put into it. And a lot of times chronic pain makes us shrink down and be small and stop putting ourselves into our life. And when we stop putting ourselves into our life, we have to deal with the emotional ramifications of that. Because if we're playing small and we know we're supposed to be playing a bigger game, if we're hiding and stuffing down our emotions, they're going to show up in our body as more intense pain. So that's all I got to say on the emotional impact of chronic pain. I guess the prescription today is to understand and realize that there's a huge emotional impact on not being able to do the things that we always found easily, not being able to do the things that come so naturally and easily for other people, not being able to do the things that people bitch and moan about. You know, I would love to have the energy to do the laundry some days, but there's some days I just can't physically do it. And, you know, somebody else will be complaining about that, and I just am thinking, and it emotionally, it tugs at your heartstrings because you're like, my God, I would give anything to just be able to do the laundry or do the shopping and the cooking or to get out of the house and do the things that I would love to do that other people complain about. I mean, I used to like to go to work. I used to like to go to work in corporate America. And that's really weird, but it's hard when you physically and also emotionally can't do those things anymore. So just remember today, for today's prescription, that there is an emotional component to everything that we do, and chronic pain is no exception. And don't let that stop you or kick you out of the game. Just know that it's okay to feel the emotions that we feel, but just don't live in the negative emotions. Try to find the positive in every situation, and that will make your chronic pain feel better. Trust me, I've tried the bad way, I've tried the good way, I've tried the negative emotions, I've tried the positive ones, and the positive ones always make me feel better because they give me hope for a better future, and I always know that the future will be better. That's it. Have an awesome day. I'll see you again soon with another chronic painkillers prescription.